Веди, 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 веди. Упреждення більше.
Давай,
Вогонь.
Russian logistics are primarily supported, not replaced by alternative methods. Similarly, the use of civilian vehicles by Russian forces, though sometimes ridiculed, can be practical in specific scenarios. This reflects a strategic choice to employ simple low-tech solutions when advanced technology is at risk.
Сосать нахуй! Поїхали далі. Погнали, погнали.
For instance, helmet cam footage from Kursk reveals Ukrainian troops also utilizing civilian cars for transport. These vehicles offer a smaller profile, emit less noise, and are less conspicuous than larger armored units. In certain contexts, it's more efficient to use civilian cars to move small teams. Rather than deploying armored personnel carriers or infantry fighting vehicles for every maneuver, in one case, 2 soldiers abandoned their vehicle after spotting a Russian FPV drone targeting them, but the attack missed. Since the car remained intact, they quickly re-entered and continued their mission. To facilitate rapid exits during drone attacks, car doors are often removed for quicker access. Alternatively, open bed trucks are used, enabling soldiers to leap off swiftly or attempt to neutralize drones with small arms or specialized anti-drone rifles, as seen in some instances. In one example, a Russian squad rapidly dismounted from a truck bed to avoid a drone strike's explosion. They escaped unharmed, but many similar efforts have ended less favorably for others. In a gripping sequence of events captured by helmet-mounted cameras, a group of Ukrainian soldiers found themselves navigating a perilous retreat through a contested border zone, pursued relentlessly by Russian FPV first-person view drones. The soldiers, traveling in a pickup truck, narrowly escaped disaster when one drone narrowly missed their vehicle, skimming past in a heart-stopping moment. As they sped along a road littered with the wreckage of abandoned and destroyed vehicles, the constant threat of further drone attacks loomed large. The soldiers paused briefly, and one attempted to neutralize an approaching Russian FPV drone using a shotgun. The effort proved ineffective, prompting the soldier to switch to an assault rifle. He fired repeatedly as the drone made multiple passes overhead, skillfully dodging each shot. While the gunfire did not bring down the drone, it appeared to force the device to maintain a cautious distance, preventing an immediate collision with the vehicle or its occupants. This respite, however, was temporary. The drone executed a final aggressive dive toward the Ukrainian truck, but, in a stroke of fortune, crashed just short of the vehicle, sparing it from destruction. Had the truck been disabled, the soldiers would have been stranded in a highly dangerous situation, likely with fatal consequences. Fortunately, the vehicle remained operational, allowing the group to hastily retreat from the area. The road they traveled was a stark reminder of their precarious situation, strewn with the remains of numerous destroyed vehicles. Underscoring the sheer luck of their survival, the loss of a key strategic location, referred to here as Point K, did not dampen Ukrainian resolve. Undeterred, they launched another operation aimed at capturing territory in a region called Belgrade, employing tactics similar to those used in their earlier campaign at Point K. Based on available video evidence, Ukrainian forces employed a combination of mechanized units, including a mix of Western and Eastern-designed tanks, infantry fighting vehicles, and specialized equipment for breaching fortifications. Their approach involved clearing minefields with explosive charges and strategically targeting infrastructure, such as bridges, to delay Russian responses. Precision-guided munitions, including French rocket-assisted glide bombs, were used to destroy key targets. These weapons allowed Ukrainian forces to strike from a safe distance, minimizing exposure to Russian air defenses. In response, Russian forces deployed heavy glide bombs, which are conventional explosives equipped with fold-out wings and guidance systems, enabling long-range autonomous strikes. These munitions offer a cost-effective alternative to cruise missiles. delivering precision strikes without requiring aircraft to enter heavily defended airspace. Smaller glide munitions, such as those produced by Edge Group, can be launched from compact drones, providing a low-cost yet effective option. Larger systems, like the Aller kit for Mk-80 bombs, feature modular designs with warheads, wing kits, and guidance systems, capable of engaging targets up to 120 kilometers away, including moving objects, a capability that sets them apart from Russian equivalents. Despite these efforts, the Ukrainian operation in Belgrade fell short of the success achieved at Point K. Russian forces, having learned from earlier engagements, were better prepared. FPV drone units were pre-positioned along the front, and cargo drones were used to deploy mines tactically, sealing gaps in defensive lines after Ukrainian forces cleared them. These measures prevented Ukrainian units from advancing deeply into Belgrade or establishing a significant presence, though they did manage to create a partial buffer zone between Belgrade and a neighboring Ukrainian region under Russian scrutiny. Russian forces also employed attack helicopters, which targeted Ukrainian armored vehicles, such as the Bradley Infantry Fighting Vehicle, IFV, with anti-tank missiles. This tactic, previously effective during Ukraine's unsuccessful 2023 offensive in a southern region, proved challenging for Ukrainian forces. However, Ukrainian units retaliated effectively when a drone identified a Russian forward arming and refueling point hosting transport and attack helicopters. The coordinates were relayed to a Ukrainian rocket artillery crew, which struck the site, destroying at least 2 helicopters and possibly more, according to video evidence. The cycle of retaliation continued. A Russian drone captured footage of the destruction of a Ukrainian rocket artillery system, reportedly struck by a ballistic missile, though the video quality was notably poor, making details difficult to discern.
Продовжує рухатися з українськими військовими у бік центру села, де вже виявили російських військових і зав'язався бій. Чуєте, стріляють.
In another intense sequence near the village of Skrivny, Ukrainian forces conducted an assault on Russian positions, supported by at least 2 Bradley IFVs from the 225th Assault Regiment. The Bradleys used their 25mm Bushmaster cannons to provide covering fire during the advance, demonstrating their ability to engage targets effectively while moving a significant advantage over older Russian IFVs, such as the BMP-1. A notable feature of the Bradleys was the use of protective netting that rotated with the turret, designed to shield the vehicle's rear exit from FPV drone attacks during troop dismounts. During the assault, 1 Bradley was struck on its side, possibly by a drone or another munition. Remarkably, the vehicle withstood the impact, and its armor likely protected the dismounted infantry from serious harm. The Ukrainian assault team, wary of pressing their luck, aborted the attack. Footage suggests the Bradley moved alongside the infantry at a walking pace, shielding them from potential fire from nearby structures. Whether the infantry remounted the vehicle or was left behind remains unclear due to an abrupt cut in the video. In high-intensity situations, the decision to wait for infantry often depends on the experience of the vehicle crew and the severity of the threat. In mid-April 2025, Russian forces launched a significant offensive in a southern Ukrainian region, described by Western analysts as the precursor to a larger campaign. The operation relied on mechanized assaults, small unit infantry tactics, and electronic warfare to create pathways for rapid advances. On the first day, Russian forces reportedly deployed over 320 troops, approximately 40 armored vehicles, and 3 tanks, focusing on frontline areas near several villages. Russian sources claimed advances toward certain settlements, but Ukrainian defenders reported repelling these assaults, inflicting heavy losses on personnel and equipment, according to a Ukrainian defense spokesperson. Russian forces aimed to penetrate deeply into the region, potentially reaching its administrative borders. The offensive appeared to serve multiple objectives, securing territorial gains before possible ceasefire talks, forcing Ukraine to divert resources to the southern front, establishing stronger defensive lines around occupied areas, and bringing key cities within artillery range. Russian reports from March 2025 indicated increased activity in the region following a period of relative calm, with assault operations intensifying since then. The offensive, which began on April 14, 2025, achieved limited success, with advances of only about 800 meters in some areas, despite significant resource commitments. This suggests that Ukrainian defenses remain resilient, even as resources are stretched across multiple fronts. The operation may be part of a broader Russian spring offensive, which reportedly started in early April 2025, aimed at maximizing territorial gains amid ongoing ceasefire discussions. Russian leadership has previously demanded that Ukraine cede control of several regions as a condition for peace. The use of animals, such as donkeys and horses, for logistics has also emerged in recent footage, particularly among Russian forces. While some attribute this to equipment shortages, these animals offer practical advantages. They produce no electronic or thermal signatures, require no fuel, and can navigate challenging terrain effectively. Rather than replacing modern logistics, they complement existing systems, providing a low-tech solution in specific contexts.